My name is Mike Brown. I'm living in my van. It's an E150 97 Ford Econoline.
Why do you live in a van?
Because I get tired and sick and tired of paying rent. I do the same thing as I do in the van compared to an apartment. I just eat and sleep. Why should I spend extra money for that? Well, I can just travel everywhere I want. Right now, what I have is actually the dresser, which I have just bungee cord in. I get the bed in the back. I also get solar now, a 100-watt panel, and just a charge controller. One battery of a 100 amp hour. I charge my Jackery, which I have, a 240, and basically laptops, cell phones, all that.
What was it like in the wintertime in a van in Ontario?
It was challenging, but you had to make do with what you can. And I had no heat the first week, but I had my full mattress, but I stayed nice and cozy and warm inside my blankets. Just getting out was a challenge, but even still, it is doable. I use these mostly a lot. These things right here. Well, it lights up, but needs to recharge below. But I got the puck lights. I actually put locks on here. Cheap locks to keep in there. I got my silverware there. Plates. I've ended up putting my screwdrivers here. Junk drawer, basically. And in here, I modified it. Propane tank. That's just a 2-burner stove. Outbound, I got that. I usually just will have one burner going on. And down here I got my food, my cans. That's a heavy boot. And over there I got my laptops and just another junk drawer. Right now I'm planning to actually upgrade soon for my clothes, but right now they're sitting there.
What do you think are some of the benefits to van life?
You don't need to work as much, really. You don't need the money as much. And in my time of life, in the time of life now, enjoyment is more important than actually you can get money. Life is short, and especially with this stuff that the world's gone through, it's better to be in your van or somewhere else where you can just escape. Because there's too many nuts out in the world, too many. So basically, here's my bed. Full-size mattress, and I got a platform underneath. And over here is right now, that's my heat source. The heater was important to a certain effect because if you use propane, you get too much moisture and you just drips on you. With the diesel heater, I decided to get that. It was cheap at the time. Installed it, and it works wonderfully. Just cut one hole, put the plane on top, put the hose out. Easy, no problem. One afternoon.
Can you tell me about your vent, actually?
That was a cheap vent too. I installed it myself. Not the prettiest, but it works. Gets too hot in here, so it needs some ventilation. But it also got windows open up on each side too. So that's good.
So these windows that you've covered them over?
Yeah, with paint.
Why did you cover the windows?
Because I didn't want anybody in. Because I don't want to make any curtains on a lot. So basically, they're going to be covered up, and plus it's actually better for insulation anyway.
You know, stealth is something that people think is really important sometimes. Can you talk about, I mean, obviously this van is a little bit stealth. Was that important to you in the beginning? And
Nope.
Can you talk to me about
Nope.
what stealth means to you?
Stealth doesn't mean frig all to me. If someone's going to knock on if someone's going to notice your vehicle anyway, whether you get solar panels or a roof vent or whatever, and if they're going to knock on your door anyway, no matter what happens. If they do, be respectful, and 9 times out of 10, you'll get away with it. Won't have any issues. Then they'll just say, "Fine, just leave or stay." It's simple.
How has van life been for you during the pandemic?
Been nice. Been nice. Even though I've been in the city, I was working part-time and full-time, but now I'm out in the country, I'm even enjoying it even more.
Do you find parking an issue at all?
No. Parking's not an issue. It's just the nuts around you, because you never know what neighborhood you want to be in, and it doesn't matter what city you are. You're gonna have all the sketchy neighborhoods. It doesn't matter. But we've had no issues on this one trip we've been. We've had no issues with parking. We've been here for 3 nights, and just looking at the water here, and not having a care in the world, and having this in your own backyard, you can't beat it. Especially when it comes down to it, when you think about life is way short than you think, and it catches up to you after a while.
What are some of the challenges that you've faced in this van?
Challenges, space-wise, trying to figure out where the heck I'm going to put everything, and make sure everything's tied down. If I went anything where I had to go around the corner, the whole dresser just went falling. I had to put that back up, but it's just trying to figure out exactly where I want to put things, and the time to actually get it all done. Since I was working full time, and it's kind of hard on the weekends, and the other challenge is too when you want to make something, you got to make sure you clean everything up, otherwise, and put everything back. Otherwise, it's gonna go flying on you. It's not like we're a kitchen where it's an apartment where you can just take your dish, put it in the sink for a while, and let them soak. It's not the case anymore.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody that's maybe watched a couple of YouTube videos and is thinking about doing this?
Try it. You have nothing to lose. Rent a van, take a weekend, take a week. Just try it. Whether you like it or not, it's up to you. One thing though, is when you do decide to do it, always have an emergency fund behind you for repairs. Always. That is the main thing. On my trip, on this trip so far, I've ended up spending some money on an alternator battery. Because you never know when you're going to break down. You never know.
If you had to sum up, what would your personal philosophy on life be?
Enjoy what you have. And who you're around.
Hey everybody, it's Forrest the Filmmaker. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Alternative Dwellings. If you want to see more, playlists are popping up right now where you can watch all of our archived episodes. Or if you want to see new ones, make sure to subscribe because they premiere at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every single Monday. Hope to see you guys there.